Most people think income equals wealth. It doesn't. High salary, zero net worth. Sound familiar? 62% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Even six-figure earners, even doctors and lawyers. There are 6 levels of wealth. Most people never see them. Net worth is the real score, not your salary. Assets minus liabilities. That's it. That's the number. Federal Reserve data, 6 levels, real numbers. Level 1 median net worth, $14,000. 36.8 million Americans are there right now. More debt than assets. That's level 1. Food stamps, unemployment, survival mode every single month. Level 2, median net worth, $71,000. Working class, hourly wages, high financial stress. One medical bill can wipe out everything saved. No emergency fund, no safety net, one shock away. 44% can't cover a $1,000 emergency. Level 3, middle class, median net worth, $159. Homeowner, retirement account, stable job, but not free. Wealth tied to the home and the stock market. A layoff or correction can set them back years. Level 4, upper middle class, median net worth, $377. Doctors, lawyers, tech professionals, real estate investors, household income between $150,000 and $400,000. But lifestyle creep is the silent killer at this level. More income, more spending. Net worth stays flat. Level 5, financial independence. Net worth $3.8 million. Passive income beats job income. Work is now optional. Stocks, real estate, private businesses, multiple income streams. Level 6, top 1%, wealth beyond comprehension. The top 1% hold $38.7 trillion, more than the entire middle 60% combined. Capital gains, private equity, trust, structures, not wages. Their wealth grew 13 times faster than the bottom 15%. Legacy, philanthropy, generational power. That's level 6. So, which level are you at right now? And more importantly, how do you move up? The answer is net worth. Build assets. Eliminate liabilities. 1% of your paycheck invested. Start there. A tiny seed planted today grows into a towering tree. Compound interest. Time, consistency. That's the formula. You don't need millions to start. You need to start. The clock is already running. Every month matters. 90% of Americans never reach level 4. But the ones who do, they followed a system. Let's break down each level and build your roadmap right now. Level 1, financial survival, median income, just $21,000 per year. Government assistance often bridges the gap at this level for millions. Stagnant wages and rising costs keep level 1 people locked in place. The first move, stop debt from growing, then build even $1 in savings. Level 2, precarious working class, median net worth $71,000. Hourly work, modest home, no retirement plan yet, extremely vulnerable. Inflation hits level 2 the hardest. Groceries, rent, gas, all rising. 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. That's the target. Think of the emergency fund as a financial firewall. It protects everything behind it. From level 2, the next goal is a $500 buffer in savings. Then $1,000. Then 1 month of expenses. Ladder up systematically. Level 3, traditional middle class. Median net worth $159,000. Median household income at level 3 is $71,000 a year. They own a home and have a 401k. Progress, but fragile. But 44% of U.S. adults can't cover a $1,000 shock. The middle class trap. High expenses, low liquid assets, and zero diversification. Maximize your 401k match. That's a guaranteed 100% return. Free money. No investment on earth beats a full employer match instantly. Open a Roth IRA. Contribute up to $7,000 per year under 50. Roth IRA grows tax-free. Every dollar inside compounds without IRS interference. Inside the Roth, buy VOO, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. Low cost, high return. VOO has averaged roughly 10% annually over the last 30 years. Add VTI for total U.S. market exposure. Both funds cover thousands of companies. A simple two-fund portfolio beats most actively managed funds long-term. Morningstar data: over 80% of active funds underperform the index over 20 years. Stop picking stocks. Stop timing the market. Just buy the index consistently. Automate your contributions. Set payday transfer. Never miss a month. Dollar cost averaging removes emotion. You buy more shares when prices are low. Level 3 to Level 4 requires one shift, from spending to investing the difference. Every raise you get should be invisible. Invest it before you ever see it. Lifestyle creep is the #1 reason high earners stay broke. New raise, new car, new apartment, new subscriptions, zero new wealth. Drive a used car. The math always wins over the status symbol. Stealth, wealth. The $1 million portfolio looks nothing like what you'd expect. Level 4 starts at $377,000 net worth. It's a real milestone. At this level, tax strategy becomes as important as income strategy. Max your HSA. It's the most tax-efficient account most people overlook completely. Diverse income sources at Level 4. Investments, real estate, salary, working together. Real estate adds a physical, appreciating asset to the wealth equation. Even a single rental property generating cash flow accelerates Level 4 wealth building. Debt structuring matters at Level 4. Not all debt is created equal. Mortgage at 3% is manageable. Credit card at 22% destroys wealth. Eliminate high-interest debt before any investment beyond the employer match. SCHD is another excellent ETF for dividend income. Consistent quarterly distributions. Dividends reinvested accelerate compound growth faster than price appreciation alone. Fidelity zero-fee index funds offer similar exposure to VOO with no expense ratio. Expense ratios compound too. Even 0.1% matters over 30 years. Pay yourself first before rent, food, or any other expense hits the account. Savings rate matters more than income. A 30% rate changes everything over time. Peter Thiel built over $5 billion in his Roth IRA, legally tax-free. That's an extreme case, but the vehicle is available to you right now today. Annual IRA contribution of $7,000 starting at 30 grows to $1 million by 65. Time is the most powerful variable. Starting 10 years earlier doubles the final outcome. The rule of 72. Divide 72 by your return rate to find doubling time. At 10%, your money doubles every 7.2 years. Let that sink in. 100,000 becomes 200,000 by year 7, then 400,000 by year 14. This is why Level 5 people seem to grow wealth effortlessly. It's math, not magic. Level 5 requires passive income that exceeds your monthly expenses. The crossover point: $3.8 million at 4% withdrawal rate generates $152,000 per year. The 4% rule comes from the Trinity study. 30 years of data, it holds. Social Security at 67 adds supplemental income. It's a floor, not a plan. SSA data. Average monthly benefit in 2025 is around $1,800 per month. That $1,800 will not fund a comfortable retirement alone, period. Your future self is depending on the decisions you make right now. Build the system. Let me give you the exact system. Step 1. Calculate your current net worth this week, not someday. List every asset: cash, investments, property value. Then list every liability: mortgage, car loans, student debt, credit cards. Subtract liabilities from assets. That number tells you where you actually stand on the wealth pyramid. Most people are shocked. They think they're at Level 3. They're still at Level 2. Step 2. Eliminate credit card debt immediately. The average APR is over 22% in 2025. You cannot invest your way out of 22% interest. Kill that debt first, then invest. Use the avalanche method. Pay minimums on all debt. Throw every extra dollar at the highest rate first. Step 3. Build 3 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account paying 4 to 5%. 3 months minimum. 6 months if your income is variable, freelance, or commission-based. Step 4. Max the 401k employer match. If your company matches, that is an instant double on that money. Step 5. Open a Roth IRA at Vanguard or Fidelity. Contribute the full $7,000 this year. Inside the Roth, allocate 80% to VOO or VTI, 20% to an international ETF for balance. That allocation is battle-tested. Vanguard's own research supports low-cost diversified indexing as the optimal long-term strategy. Step 6. Review your net worth every single quarter. Track the number, watch it move. What gets measured gets managed. The people who track net worth consistently build more of it. Now, let's talk about the gap between level 3 and level 4. It's a mindset shift more than a math shift. Level 3 buys things to feel wealthy. Level 4 builds assets to become wealthy. The difference is everything. The person driving a 10-year-old Toyota with a 7-figure portfolio is wealthier than the BMW leaseholder. That lease? 3 years of payments on a depreciating asset? Hundreds of thousands in lifetime opportunity cost. Every dollar spent on depreciation is a dollar that will never compound. Opportunity cost is invisible but devastating. Cancel subscriptions you don't use daily. Audit every recurring charge this weekend. Redirect to investing. The average American spoils over $200 monthly on subscriptions they rarely use per BLS data. $200 a month invested at 10% becomes over $400,000 over 30 years. Cook at home 4 nights a week. The math on restaurant spending is brutal over a decade. Negotiating rent even once, saving $200 a month adds over $70,000 to your lifetime net worth. These aren't sacrifices. They're strategic reallocations from depreciating consumption to appreciating assets. Over 60% of 6-figure earners still live paycheck to paycheck. The problem is never the income. A doctor earning $400,000 with a $300,000 lifestyle has $100,000 to deploy. Use it. That $100,000 annually at 10% becomes over $6 million in 30 years. That's level 5. The gap between level 4 and level 5 is not luck. It's the gap between earning and deploying capital intentionally every year. At level 5, your portfolio is working harder than you are. That's the definition of financial independence. Estate planning and tax strategy become critical tools at level 5. Work with a fee-only CFP. Tax loss harvesting, Roth conversions, charitable giving strategies all reduce your lifetime tax burden significantly. An IRS-qualified charitable deduction can reduce taxable income while building a philanthropic legacy simultaneously. Level 6 is not the goal for most people, but understanding it reframes what's possible in your own financial life. The top 1% didn't get there on a salary. They built, bought, or owned something that grew without their constant effort. The Federal Reserve shows the top 1%'s share of wealth has only increased over the last 3 decades. The compounding effect is structural. You don't need to reach level 6. You need to reach level 4, then level 5. That's the real freedom threshold. Here's the simple truth. Most Americans never track their net worth. That single habit separates the wealth builders from everyone else. Building wealth in America is hard, but it has a system. 6 levels, and you can climb every single one. Start with a 1% savings rate. Automate it today. Increase it by 1% every 6 months. Then open the Roth IRA. Then buy VOO. Then set it on autopilot and stop overthinking it entirely. The difference between level 2 and level 4 is not a salary. It's the system you follow consistently